Hello Shade, it's Reverend Colin here, and I've come to bring you a Christmas assembly. As you can see, I'm all dressed for the part, and we've got our Christmas tree here that we put up in our house every year. I think it really looks nice. I hope you do too. I'd like to show you something else that we put up in our house every year. It's in another room, so come and have a look. This is our Christmas nativity scene in our window. Can you see the angel and the star hanging down? And here are all the people from the Christmas nativity scene. Here we've got the three wise men and their camels and their gifts making their way towards the stable. And there's a shepherd and a sheep coming up the hill. And here we have Mary and Joseph and their baby Jesus, and another shepherd and some more sheep. And here we have a donkey. And it's the donkey that I'd like to tell you about. Here's a story of the first Christmas donkey. This is the story of the first Christmas donkey. Funny little donkey standing in the yard, tell us why you're braying so very, very loud. I bray to tell a story of a very precious load I once was asked to carry down a long and dusty road. My owner called me useless. I drove him quite berserk, because I'd find all kinds of ways to get out of my work. I might try looking ill, or hide behind some hay, so passers-by would hire a different donkey for the day. This one time, though, a man turned up who could not be put off, even though I hid, and limped, and ee-awed loud, and coughed. "I'll take him now," the young man said. "Just tell me, what's your fee?" My desperate owner laughed amazed. "Just take him, he's for free." My heart sank as I left the yard and saw my load to bear. A woman with a massive bump and bags was standing there. "I won't, and you can't make me help," I challenged with a stare. But then, instead of scolding me, she produced a pear. "There you go, you sweetie. Let's have a bite to eat. It wouldn't do to start our trip without a little treat. Oh well, I guess I'll help a bit, but only for today." And so I plodded onward until I heard her say, "You clever little donkey, just look how far we've come. If not for all this help from you, what would we all have done?" I felt my posture straighten and strength come to my knees. My plodding, slow pace quickened to make the woman pleased. Then every time she woke up, she would tell me once again, "Thank you, faithful donkey," as she rested on my mane. At last I'd reached my limit. I couldn't take another step. But then I heard my lady's cry and saw her start to fret. "I feel the baby's coming. He's ready to be born." So though I felt exhausted, my hooves all scratched and torn, I pulled myself together and used up all my might to take the lady further to the nearest town in sight. Then when we reached the shelter and I knew that she was safe, I fell down by the stable door, fell flat upon my face. The next thing I remember was the unfamiliar sound of a little baby crying from a manger on the ground. Then when I saw the mother pull her tiny baby near, an angel who'd been watching leant and whispered in my ear, "Do you see now, little donkey, what a special thing you've done? By helping carry Mary, you help God's precious Son." Well, I hope you enjoyed my story about the Christmas donkey and how, even though he was very ordinary and a bit naughty, he was used, wasn't he? God used him to help Mary and Joseph get from where they lived in Nazareth all the way down to Bethlehem. And he was there when the baby Jesus was born. He helped. He helped because he was asked. He helped because he could. He helped even though he didn't want to. And maybe that's something we can think about. Sometimes we don't want to help. Sometimes we don't want to do things. But there might be something very special behind it. Something very special that we help make happen because we decide we can. Now I hope you all have a very happy Christmas, and we'll see you all in the new year. Before I go, I'm going to say a prayer. If you'd like to join with me, please do. If not, just sit and think about the story of the Christmas donkey. So we do the prayer drill. You remember, we go 1, 2, 3. Dear God, we thank you that there are times when we are asked that we can help, and we never know where that help will lead. Sometimes when we don't want to, when we feel that we'd rather do something else, help us remember the Christmas donkey, and although he was reluctant, the really important part he played. And so God, we ask you to bless each one of us this Christmas, that we will all have a very happy and a peaceful time, and look after us all until we're back at school. Amen. Goodbye, Shade, and as I said, have a lovely Christmas. Bye.